Lie down. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Just start to slow the breath. And as you tap into your breath, notice how you feel.
I have it down too.
Notice your state of being, your mind, your body, your breath. And your breath can be really indicative of how you feel. It can also change how you feel based on your attention to it, your intention to slowing it, to smoothing it, to just being mindful of it. And then take your knees, bring them to your chest, Apanasana, give yourself a squeeze. Take your arms out to the side like a cactus. Stack your knees above your hips, take an inhale here. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. Maybe look over to the left. Inhale, center. And then exhale to the side. Keep going like that, inhale and center. And exhale inside. Couple more each way. So I didn't put any music on, and I know I normally play music in class, but if Instagram catches a song that it recognizes as not mine, it will stop the video. So rather than having to restart the video, we're just going to go in quiet. You are so welcome to put music on at home, wherever you are, if that helps you in your practice. Come to the center, hug the knees, and then rock up to seated. Good. You're going to keep your knees lifted. You're going to lift your heart, broaden your collarbones, and then kick your feet out in front of you. Really lift from the back body. So using the back rib cage, using the shoulder blades to lift the heart. Navasana. One more inhale. Then exhale, bend the knees more. Take your feet, draw your feet toward your hips, and then come into Baddha Konasana. Holding the feet, drawing the heart forward, lengthening out the spine. Take an inhale, and then soften with your exhale. Maybe breathe into your back rib cage, into your side ribs, into your belly. Inhale, come back up. And then just release your hands. You're going to sit cross-legged, so I'm just going to turn to face you. Sitting cross-legged, bring your hands behind your head. And then lift up through your heart, lift up through your spine. Get really tall.
Light contact in the back of the head to just kind of extend the spine out. And then you're going to take your hands and just drop them down to your shoulders. You're going to inhale, turn to the left, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Keep going like that. Move with your breath. Keep that going. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. So building some energy here. Moving the spine, moving all the muscles around the spine, connecting. Moving the breath in your body. Really good. Come through center, pause, inhale, sweep the arms up, soften the eyes. Smooth out your breath. Just receive that. One more inhale. Release your hands down. All right, coming onto hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Rock your weight side to side. So from right to left, right to left. And then forward and back. And if you want, you can switch the position of your hands so that your fingers point back toward your knees, but you don't have to. If it feels good, go for it. One more. Good, if you flip the hands, bring them back around. This time come onto the fingertips, so kind of tent the hand up. And then circles, taking it around one direction, and we'll flip it in a moment. And as you're here with your fingers pushing down, your fingertips, I should say, and your hands tented, squeeze your fingers in toward each other. So it's like you're drawing the fingers into the center of the palm, even though the palm is lifted up. And then let's reverse this. Take it the other way. Come through center. Bring your forearms down to the ground. Drop the elbows down, lift the hands up, and then take the heart toward the ground. Front ribs gently draw up, belly gently draws up. Press down into your elbows to get a good stretch through the shoulder girdle. If you're really flexible here, try not to collapse down. Keep the pressure down to keep you rising up so you don't just kind of plop down toward the ground. One more inhale. Release your hands around, plant your hands on the ground, tuck your toes, and then downward facing dog, pressing up and back. In down dog, spread through the fingers, feel all of your knuckles press down into the floor. Gently draw your thumbs toward each other and spiral your pinky fingers wide. Wrap your triceps toward the ground. You can play with your hand position here, so there's no right or wrong. It's a matter of what gives you space and makes you feel stable, where your shoulders feel good, your wrists feel good, your elbows feel good, your spine feels good. And then as you're here, start to rise to the hips a little more. Scoop the belly in, press the hips back. Heels soften to the ground. Take an inhale. Come forward onto the toes. Pass through plank. Stay on the balls of the feet. Come into upward facing dog. Pull the heart through. And then come right back up and back. Downward facing dog. If you feel okay, you're gonna roll through your spine. So you start to roll, 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 roll. Pull the heart through. Tuck the chin, reverse it, and take it back. If it feels better just to go through plank right into up dog, then just keep that going instead. 2 more like this. One more. And then inhale. Exhale, draw your right knee toward your right tricep. Place your right foot outside of your right hand. Back knee down if it's okay. Bend the back leg if it's okay. Reach back for your foot. If it's too soon for that, no big deal. Just keep the foot flat and just take a little twist here. One more breath. Release the foot if you have it. Tuck the back toes. Plant the left hand down. Right hand to the sky. And then just twist this open a little bit more. Pull your feet toward each other. Soften deeply into the right hip and press the left thigh up toward the sky. Stay there and breathe. Good. Just waving to you all. Good. One more breath in. Release the right hand down. I'm going to slide back a little bit so that I'm still in frame. You're going to push into this right foot. Take your hands forward of the right foot. Extend the left leg back and then pull the spine forward. You're in supported warrior 3. So watch that this left hip doesn't roll open, that the right hip doesn't roll open. Try to contain the pelvis to square toward the floor. Use your hands on the ground to pull the heart forward more. Yes. Beautiful. One more inhale. And then bring your feet together, top of the mat. Utkatasana, chair, bend the knees, lower the hips, lift the heart high. Yes, really good. Take another breath in. And then forward fold with your exhale. Come halfway up. Step back to plank. Take an inhale, shift forward. Strong thighs, come halfway down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhaling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Left knee up toward the left tricep and then place your left foot outside your left hand. Bring your knee to the ground, the back knee if it's okay, and if you want, bend the back leg, reach back for your foot, and then kick into your hand. Check in with your breath. If you have the foot, release it gently. Tuck the right toes. Maybe bring that left foot closer, but maybe not. Straighten the right leg, sink down into the left hip, and then opening up. Simple twist. Pull your feet toward each other. So squeezing left foot toward the back of the mat, right foot toward the front of the mat. One more inhale. Release your hand down. Again, I'm just going to slide my foot back so that I stay in frame. And then you're just going to rise up. Supported warrior 3. You're pulling your spine forward. You're stretching your right leg back. Inner right thigh lifting. Outer left hip pulling inward. to give you stability here. One more inhale. Bring your feet together, top of the mat. Chair, inhale. This time press up to stand and draw your hands to your heart. Pause. Inhale fully. Exhale deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping that rhythm. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Hands to the ground. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, open and rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use out your breath. Slow down. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Inhale, rise up to stand. And draw your hands to your heart. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise up, inhale. And draw your hands to your heart, exhale. One more round, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Come forward into up dog on the balls of the feet. And then exhale, right knee into your chest. Place your right foot between your hands. Crescent pose, rising up. Take a few breaths here. Take one more inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Tip forward. Bring your pinkies to your thigh, like to your knee, and bring your heart down onto your thumb. So you're really tipped forward here. Pull from the front heel, push from the back toes, and then lift off. See if you can keep the connection of heart to thumbs, pinky to thigh, and start to scoop the belly in and lift that left leg a little higher. So you're like dive bombing forward like you're a bird. You're not necessarily in warrior three here. You're diving down. Yes, awesome. Put a little bigger bend in that right knee. Take your right hand down to the floor and then open up half moon. Left hand to the sky. Yes. And if it feels okay, bend your top leg. Reach back for your foot with your hand and then push the foot away. Keep breathing there. Keep breathing there. I'm way up close for you Instagrammers. I'm just going to give you a better framing. Good. If you have the foot, gently release it. Stretch your left foot to the back of your mat. Come all the way up and then sink back, Skandasana. Notice your breath. One more inhale. Take your right hand to the back of your mat. Come onto your right toes so you're facing the back of your mat. Square your left foot to the back of the mat and then open up. Nice, easy twist here. You've already been here, so maybe take this top arm behind your back and take a little half wrap here. You're going to turn your toes, all of them, to your left. Push down into the pinky side of the right foot, push down into the left foot, lifting up. And then sink your right hip down toward the floor. You're gonna sit all the way down on your butt. Good, you're facing back to the top of your mat. Good. Take a moment. We're gonna twist open to your left. One more inhale. And then exhale, release through center. Boat pose, pull the knees in, lift up, maybe straighten the legs. One more inhale. Cross your shins, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Now listen, come back to chaturanga. Tuck the toes, stay on the balls of the feet. Come into up dog on the balls of the feet. Left knee into your chest. Place your foot between your hands, crescent pose, rising up. So lift the front of the hips, soften the tailbone down. Powerful arms up. Energetically, you're pulling your feet toward each other. There's a scissoring action in the legs. Yes, very nice, very nice. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Tip forward, pull back on that left hip. You're gonna keep your thumbs at your heart and bring your pinky fingers and like the pinky side of the hand onto that left thigh. And then just take a few breaths here. So we're gonna try to keep the connection of heart to thumbs, pinkies to thigh. Little bend in this left knee is gonna stick around. You're gonna tip forward, keep that connection, and then lift the right leg up. I'm just gonna shift back a little here. Keep hugging the left hip in. Inner right thigh to the sky. You're like dive bombing down. So rather than warrior three, think about pitching your spine down toward the floor. And then left hand to the ground, opening up, half moon. If you'd like, bend the top leg, find the foot. If you have the foot, find the energy of allowing that right shoulder to open up, for the foot to kind of guide the opening of the heart here. If you have the foot, release it gently. Bend the front leg, step all the way to the back of your mat. And then come into Skandasana, seated at the back of your mat into that right hip. See if you can allow the sitting bones to drop down and the heart to rise up a little bit higher to lengthen the spine. Use a little bit of the muscles of Navasana here in the belly. Good. And then bring it around. Left hand, back of the mat. Square your feet, come into your twist here. If it feels okay, maybe bring the right hand behind the back in a half wrap, rolling the shoulder open. Notice if this left hip is dipping down. See if you can lift the hip up, pull the feet toward each other, hug the right hip back. And then all your toes are gonna turn to your right. Push down and lift up. And then sink, sink, sink. Bring that hip all the way down. And then turn around here, facing the top of the mat. Finding a twist here. Come back through center, release the legs. You are in Navasana, lifting up, extending the legs. I don't know about the rest of you, but my nails, I'm looking at my feet right now, I would never show up into class like this with my toenails the way they are right now. It's frightening, frightening. Don't take anything for granted. Take another breath in. Cross your shins. Come around. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale this time. So take a pause here. Smooth out your breath. Slow down. We're going to do all of that a wee bit faster. Just a smidge faster. So smooth out your breath now. Trust that everything you need is there in your body, in your mind, and that you're going to be just fine. Inhale, up dog on the balls of the feet. Right knee into your chest, exhale. Place your foot between your hands. Crescent pose, rising up. Hands to your heart, exhale. Tip over, make contact, pinkies to thigh. Push off the back toes, pull from the front heel. Lift that back leg up. Use that left glute to come higher in that leg, and then right hand down, roll open. Half moon, Shavasana if you'd like. And then back of the mat, Skandasana. So reach the left leg back. Shift and sink. Right hand down, turn to the back of your mat. Roll open into your twist. And then turn your feet to your left. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, sink down. Turn all the way, take a twist. Good, come back through center. Boat pose, inhale. Cross your shins, exhale, take it back. Chaturanga, stay with me. Up dog, come back to chaturanga. Stay on the balls of the feet. Up dog on the balls of the feet. Left knee into your chest. Place your foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Tip forward, connect. Push off the back toes, pull from the front leg. Sweep that right leg longer, and then left hand to the ground. Push down to straighten the standing leg. Maybe bend the top leg. And then back of the mat, Skandasana. Turn all the way back of the mat, twisting open. Turn your feet to the right, lift up, and then sink down. Turn all the way around to face the front of your mat, and then take a twist to your right. Come through center, boat pose, inhale. Cross your shins, chaturanga. Up dog, come back to chaturanga. Up dog on the balls of the feet. Right knee to chest. Place your foot forward, round number 2. Crescent, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Tip over, lift up. And then right hand down. Open up, half moon, any version. Skandasana, that half squat, deep side lunge to the back. Back of your mat, right hand down. Come onto the right toes, twist and open. And then turn your feet. Lift, inhale. Exhale, sink your hips, turn to face the front of your mat. And then twist all the way to your left. Come back through center. Boat pose. Cross your shins. Chaturanga. Up dog. Back to chaturanga. Up dog on the balls of the feet. Left knee to chest. Place your foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Hands to heart. Tip over. Lift off. Push down to open up, half moon. Back of your mat, Skandasana. And then left hand down. Turn your feet to the back of the mat. Come into your twist. Turn your feet to the right. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, sink down. Twisting to your right. Come back through center. Last time, boat pose here. Cross the shins. Chaturanga. Rising open. Down dog, exhale. Pause and breathe. Bring your knees down to the ground. Sit back, heels, hips to heels. Take a little pause. Smooth out your breath, smooth out your breath. And then just watch, watch, watch. You'll be in down dog. You're gonna bend the knees. You're gonna shift forward. You've got 5 times like that. All right? Come back to down dog. Bend your knees, stretch back, shift into plank. Shift back, forward to plank. Back, forward to plank. Back, forward to plank. Back, forward to plank. Down dog. Pause, breathe. Bring the knees back down to the ground. Take a little breath, watch. So adding on to that or keeping that exactly how it was. So that was perfect. You'll do 5 more of those, or you'll start to take flight with that. So you inhale, you exhale, you float. Yeah? 5 times. Let's go. So you're not trying to do a handstand. You're trying to find like an L shape. That way you don't break any mirrors or very valuable vases or, I don't know, spill your breakfast or something. So yes, I can see you, Catherine, good. And then child's pose when you're ready. Pause there. Collect your breath. Come back into down dog. From downward facing dog, left leg stretches back. Come high to the right toes, bend your right knee, look forward. So look at the space between your hands. The same energy you just did for those hops. You're gonna use the right leg exactly the same. You're gonna hop the right foot forward. And you're gonna pull the heart forward, come into warrior 3. Hands can stay at the ground. You can bring your hands into your heart. It's totally up to you. Really good, yes. So as you're here in warrior 3, pull the line of energy, head to back heel. Get really crazy long. Bend your front leg. Start to turn open, and then come into warrior two, stepping that left foot back. Adjust your stance however you need. Really well done. Yes, yes, yes. Sinking, 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 stretching through the fingers. Let your gaze rest on your right middle finger. Reverse warrior, inhaling. Inhale, come back around. You're gonna take this left arm all the way around, come up onto the back toes. You're gonna shift forward, push off the back foot. You're gonna keep the left hand down and have it be pretty far forward from that right foot and out to the left side. Take your right hand to the back of your hips to start. Push the left leg back. So you're basically in supported warrior three. Then we start to twist open to the right. Revolved half moon. Take that right hand to the sky, push your left leg back and push your right leg straight. So try to straighten both legs and move them away from each other. One more inhale. Soften through center. Exhale, bring your feet together. And then chair pose, inhale. Chair pose, inhale. Good. So you can stay in chair, or I'm gonna move back just a smidge so I'm centered. You're gonna take an inhale, bring your hands down with your exhale, and take a little hop. Inhale, chair, hands down, little hop. You've got three more, or three more breaths in chair. And again, you're not trying to hit a handstand, you're just trying to take a little hop. One more. And then forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale. Vinyasa or simply downward facing dog. So you can go through chaturanga vinyasa or just step back, come into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Smooth out your breath. Settle. Breathe. And then we'll do that all on the other side. Right leg back, inhale. Come really high into your left toes, bend your left knee, look between your hands. You're gonna hop your left foot forward. And then you're gonna rise into warrior three. Start to bend your standing leg. Turn open from the hips and come into warrior two. So step way back with that right foot, sinking down. Adjust your feet so that you feel stable, so that you feel like you can open this left hip up. Connect to your big toes. Feel the pinky side of both feet pressing down, arches gently lifting up. And then notice your right shoulder drop back in line with the left shoulder. Next inhale, reverse warrior. One more inhale. And then come around. Right hand comes down, left hand to your hips. You can slide your right foot in a little closer here to make this transition because it's kind of a tough one. You're gonna push off the back toes, pull from the front leg. And then you're in supported warrior three, but then we're just gonna basically twist this. So you're gonna turn to your left, Take your left hand up and then open up. Revolved half moon. Last inhale. Release with the exhale. Bring the feet together. Come into chair. And then press up to stand. Bring your hands into your heart. Take a little pause. Smooth out your breath. Soften your gaze. Settle your body. Really good. And then release your hands. Okay, so if you have a wall and you want to use a wall, you are welcome to turn yourself to a wall at this time. Here's what you're going to do. You can do the same thing where we just held chair. You can do chair to hop right in the middle of the mat. Or if you want to use a wall, let's see if I can not do a blooper that makes it onto like Poor Maeve TV. Hands down, lifting up, right back into chair, lifting up. Okay, 5 times. Let's go, let's go. Chair, hop it up, chair, hop it up. Or just chair, or just chair. 5 times. And then everybody come down to seated. Really good. I'm just gonna turn to face you. Cross your shins, and then whatever your inclination is to cross your shins, switch the crossing. And bring your hands behind your head. Lift the base of the skull. Open the elbows wide, and then drop your hands down onto your shoulders. Keep that lift. Inhale left, exhale right. Keep going. Inhale left, exhale right. Come through center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then release your hands down to your thighs. Receive your breath. Last one here, inhale. And exhale. Good. Come on to your backs. Come on to your backs. Knees bent, feet flat. Press down into the arms, press down into the shoulders. Rise with your inhale. Setu Bandha, Sharvangasana. Placing the hands behind the hips if you'd like. That just means shoulder supported bridge pose. So using the shoulders to give this pose more space. Pressing the backs of the shoulders down. Scoop the belly in gently. Lift the front of the hips and lengthen your tailbone for the back of your knees. Take the wrinkles out of your low back. So it's like the opposite of a sexy bathing suit shot. Take the tailbone for the backs of the knees. Last inhale.
And then down with your exhale. Pick up your knees. Rock up, boat pose. Breathe. Put the feet flat. Roll down with control. Boat pose again. I'm sorry, not boat pose, bridge pose again, or upward facing bow, rising, inhaling. Smooth, steady breath. Open up the low back. Shorten from belly button to pubic bone. One more inhale. And then down, exhale. Pick up the knees, rock to boat pose. Last inhale. Feet down, exhale with control. Lower down to your back. That wasn't very controlled for me. All right, one more time, bridge pose or upward facing bow. Inhale, rising up. Inner thighs lightly soften down, outer legs pressing gently to keep the knees from dropping open. Move your heart away from your feet. Release out, exhale. This time, happy baby if it feels good, or something else that does feel good. Rock it side to side. And the knees into the center. And then rock up for seated forward fold. So legs out straight. Now get the sitting bones rooted down. Take the pelvis, especially if your hamstrings are tight, and you might even bend your knees to do this. Lift the pelvis up, so shifting it this way. So you come up onto the sitting bones. And then if that's hard, just stay with your hands behind your hips and just lift up here. So you don't have to have your hands flat on the floor. Inhale, rise up. You also don't have to come forward. Extending forward here if you want. Inhale, full length. And then exhale, any amount forward. Soft, even breath. Actually, I'm gonna stay here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Bring your left foot to your inner right thigh. And then rise up, inhale. Exhale, come forward, Janu Shirshasana, lengthen the heart. And then come a little deeper. Push into the right heel to connect it to the ground and gently draw back energetically on that right hip. So pull back on the right hip. Inhale, lengthen up. Keep the legs, please. Just take this left foot, cross it to the outside of your right thigh. And then if you want, you're going to bend the right leg and bring the foot back by your hip. So we've done this pose a few times, but without the front leg bent. Lift up to inhale. And then exhale, we twist. Of course, at home, if you like any variations, you can wrap this. Whatever's good. If you want to do an arm balance instead, go for it.
Last inhale. Exhale, release, but keep your legs. You're just gonna take this right foot, you're gonna shift it forward, and I'm gonna stay in this side view for a second so you can see my shin's gone pretty far forward, and this is gonna be up to you how far forward you go, but if it feels okay, you'll get the shin pretty far forward, and then you're gonna stack your left shin on top of your right shin. And then look at my right foot. You should see the whole sole of my foot, yeah? Push down into the pinky side of that foot. And you're gonna do the same thing on the left leg, even though you can't see my left side. And then double pigeon here. You don't have to go anywhere, this is perfect. If this feels really bad on your body, just take the top leg and drop it in front so that you're in Sukhasana. And I'm gonna turn toward you now that I've done that setup. Maybe come forward. And find as much length in your spine as you can and allow the breath to be full. And if when you decide to move forward, it feels that you've compromised your breath, then that's a trigger, that's feedback that tells you maybe you should come upright. The breath is the most important thing. So really kind of cater to your breath. And when you cater to the breath, the poses happen, or they don't, and it doesn't matter if they don't. But you end up where you should be. That's my point. As you're here, as you're breathing, notice where your mind goes. And can you come back to your breath, the quality of the breath, the cadence of the breath, the fullness, the emptiness, the sensations in your body. Last full breath here. You're going to rise up with an inhale. I'm going to turn back to the side so you have the exit strategy. I'm going to take the legs back out, shake them out. And then draw your right foot to your inner left thigh. Sit up tall, Janu Shirshasana, lengthening up and coming forward. Inhale, pull the heart forward, and then exhale, soften down more. I don't have music on, as you can hear, and I don't know if you can hear a few rooms away. There's no more monkeys jumping on the bed playing, and if you can, I'm sorry if that's pulling you out, but just let it kind of zen into your brain. Is my existence. All my moms with young kids right now know this, and if you had children, you still know this. I don't even hear it anymore until I realize it was probably playing for you. I don't want to exclude the dads. Dads know this too. Sorry, that was really sexist of me. I'm including you dads. You know that song. Inhale, rise up. You're going to take this right foot, bring it to the outside of your left thigh. And then you're going to bend the left leg if it's okay. I'm going to turn away from you for a moment. Use this back hand to rise up. And then we twist here. And again, if you took any variations on the first side, if you want to take an arm balance or if you want to wrap it, whatever's good. Last inhale. And come back through center. So you're going to shift your left foot forward, your shin forward. You're going to stack the right shin on top. Pinky sides of the feet push down. So rather than turning up toward the ceiling, push them down. Maybe take the hands behind, give yourself a little lift here. Maybe come forward if this is creating any suffering. Just shift the right shin in front of the left shin and come into Sukhasana as an alternative pose. Just as we did on the first side, connect to the breath. Notice the inhales, follow the exhales. Complete the breath fully. So especially notice the exhales, getting that fullness on the exhale, allowing for the inhale to be full and clean without any residue left behind. Keep your attention on your breath and then take that a little broader. Notice sensation in your body. Two more breaths. And then rise with your inhale. Stick your legs out in front, shake them out again. And then come onto your backs. Lie down. Bend your knees. Take your feet wide, drop the knees into each other. And then take your arms like a cactus to the side. Drop both knees to the right. Pause. Push the left hip forward a bit more. If you want, take your right foot, bring it to the outside of your left leg and get a little deeper into that hip. A little deeper twist. Maybe extend the left arm up overhead. Good. Elbow back in if you extended. Release the foot if you put it on top. And then back through center to take the knees to the left. And then we'll do the same thing. You can stay here, just push the right hip forward a bit more. If you want, take the left foot on top of the right leg. And then maybe extend the right leg, right arm out rather. And we're just winding down for Shavasana. Bring the elbow back in, release the foot, release the legs through center, and then take your feet long on your mat. If there's another position you like, go for it. If you're coming more classical, feet are wider than your hips. You can have your arms either overhead or at your sides. Draw the shoulder blades under the body gently and then let them fall wide. Release your eyes. Release your lips, your cheeks, your throat. Fall heavy into the ground. Allow your fingers and your toes to soften the palms, the arches of the feet, the ankles, the wrists, calves and forearms, elbows, knees, upper arms, upper legs. And so you find yourself in your center. Let the hips get heavier and broader. Soften the belly, the ribs, soften across the heart. And just melt here.
Coming back to your breath. Deepen your inhales, deepen your exhales. And then wake up your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists. Maybe open up the ankles side to side. When you are ready, reach your arms overhead. Bend your knees. You can roll to your side, or if you want, you can just rock up to seated. Cross your shins. Bring your hands to your heart. And take a few breaths here. Just feel how you feel. What's happening in your state of being, in your breath, in your body. Inhale together. Exhale together. Bow your mind to your heart. Thank you for being here. Namaste.